Good morning, everybody, and welcome to, well, a good but frustrating start. As you can see there is a spotty bum disappearing quickly around the corner, and so it looks like Xidulu female that is crossing into Simambili. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to follow any further than that. So we tried to go live a little earlier just so you guys could see her kind of moving off, but at least it's a start to our drive. Now, there's lots and lots of interesting things that we need to get into, which I will shortly, but before we do all of that, my name is Tristan. On camera I've got Craig this morning, and we are coming to you live from South Africa. So if you have any questions or you want to just chat with us, #SafariLive on Twitter or YouTube chat, should you want to do any of those things. Now, I said we've got lots to discuss because, well, this particular female was involved in a massive brawl last night. So this Xidulu got involved with Thandi. There was a huge meetup, and apparently Thandi got absolutely dominated by Xidulu, and there is a lot of blood that flew all over the place, and unfortunately it sounds like both females got some cuts and scrapes to them. Thandi apparently is okay. She managed to get out from underneath Xidulu when another new mystery male arrived. So it's another male that we've never seen before has arrived on the scene, and what he's doing here, why there are so many males, is a question that we just don't have an answer to at the moment. But Xidulu is going kind of down the fire break. She actually chased a jackal just now, which was pretty crazy. And I want to try and find a picture of this new male as well, just so that you guys kind of can see who our new boy is. He's got a very, very pink nose and apparently is very relaxed. So there he is. That's what he looks like. Apparently was seen, and this all happened on Aubrey's Road, which is exactly where I left Thandi, where I lost Thandi, was in the block going that way. So that's why I surmised it was Thandi. Nobody was 100% sure it was her. They just know that one was Xidulu and the other one was another female, which, like I say, I'm pretty sure was Thandi. Now, the interesting thing about this whole sort of fight that took place is that Thandi yesterday was showing very different behavior to what we've seen her show for quite some time. She was pushing much further west than she's pushed in a long time, and I'm sure a lot of you think that maybe she was tracking Xidulu. She wasn't. So Xidulu actually came in from the west last night, and what happened was that as Thandi was kind of going north, Xidulu had come in from the western side, and she picked up Thandi's scent. And then she started vocalizing. Thandi turned and started vocalizing back, and the two then came together and had this huge fight. Now, like I say, I'm not sure how Thandi is doing. We're going to try and see if we can find her. We came out here to try and kind of get an idea of what's going on. We went into the area, and there was Impala's alarm calling further back than where we are now, and then Xidulu that came out and kind of crossed over. The interesting thing about all of this is that, like I say, the male was involved somehow, and I know Steve was tracking a male yesterday, so I'm pretty sure it's that individual. So we're going to head back to where the original sort of fight took place, try and just kind of follow up in that area. You never know, maybe Thandi somewhere close by, or that male is around, and so that's going to be the plan for the morning. But isn't this just the most insane thing? The drama with our leopard world at the moment is just out of control. I don't actually really know why we've got so many males here and what's causing them to arrive in this area. It's not like we've got females that are vocalizing heavily or scent marking heavily that are in estrus that are attracting these males. It just seems as though all these males have seen an opportunity, and maybe it's because no males are vocalizing that's why we're seeing other males arriving. Good. We're going to carry on. We're going to see what else we can find. Xidulu is gone now, unfortunately, too far. And so we're going to try and go and see if we can find this male or maybe Thandi. While we do that, let's send you across to Steve so he can say good morning and tell you what his plans are for the day. Just Xidulu female crossing to the west on the fire break, and that's it. Now, sorry about that, guys. I was just talking to Tax on the radio. He's just asking me a question about Xidulu crossing over. So we're going to try and kind of do a loop around. Earlier there was Impala's alarm calling in this general direction. Now, I don't know if it was for Xidulu and she just moved that fast to get across, or if maybe it's one of the other females, or maybe there's a situation where that male, that unidentified male, is also around. But they're the Impalas there on my right hand side. They're quiet now and they're not making too much noise, so I'll just have a little quick turn of the corner to show you where they are. So Lisa, Thandi having a fight is not necessarily an indication that the cub is no longer around. At the end of the day, you've got a situation where female leopards generally are quite feisty when it comes to their territories, and so when they bump into each other, it's often a lot more violent than what you see from the males. And so it's not, I mean, it's not a confirmation that that little cub is gone, but her behavior yesterday is very indicative of a female that no longer has a cub that she's trying to defend. And the reason why I say that is because if you take Thandi's behavior over the last 3 months, she's pretty much kind of tried to stay as hidden as possible. We don't see her scent marking, we don't see her vocalizing. In fact, we see her being kind of flying under the radar. Yesterday she made a massive kind of loop way further than she ever did when she had the cub or before the cub, and she was scent marking and she was kind of moving around, leaving a very definite sign that she had been there. And that is complete contrary to what she has been doing. And so to me, and what I've seen, it kind of tells me that potentially she's lost that cub and she's now trying to demarcate and try and kind of re-establish her territory. Now I hear an impala alarm calling. It's not all of them. Can you hear that? There's a nasal snort that's happening. Now, it's a difficult time of the year because the males are starting to rut, but there's definitely an individual that is alarm calling. Let's just go forward here. It could also just be scent that's wafting in the air. It could be this poor jackal that's still running from when that leopard chased it. Now, which way are they looking? It's looking in that direction. So here it is here. You can see it just alarm calling straight through. There, can you hear it? I don't know if they've seen anything as opposed to maybe just hearing something or smelling something. You can see they're a bit on edge. I'm sure they are after 3 leopards had a huge fight here last night. I'm pretty sure that they are a little bit on the shy side. But let's just double check. They were facing into this bush here, so I want to just quickly check if there's any sign of anything. I don't see anything. Breezy, we know that they both ran away from the fight, so obviously we've just seen Xidulu now, so we know that she's 100% and she's walking around absolutely fine. She's not stiff, she's not sore, but she's walking all okay. Whereas Thandi, we don't know at all. Well, the message that I got last night was that she ended up running away and she had blood on her face and her ear and on her side. So she obviously got hurt a little bit, but sometimes you see blood and things like that and it's just a flesh wound. It's nothing too major and it doesn't actually cause too much damage for them, and they're able to survive it. So, you know, I don't think there's anything to worry about just yet with Thandi. I think it's a situation where probably fine, they got into it and then that male arrived, and that was the saving grace for both females in a way, because even though one might be dominating, it just takes a random claw from the other one or a kick or a bite, and that could turn the tables very quickly. So, you know, I think they can both be glad that a male arrived and diffused the situation in a way and kind of separated them. Interestingly enough, though, the guys were telling me that when that male arrived, obviously Thandi ran, but Xidulu went straight to the male. She wasn't scared of him at all, even though it's a different male. It's not Hukamuri. It's not this new mystery male that was seen on Little Gari. It's not an individual that was seen on Buffalo's Hook recently. So it's not Mfukazi, not Wabayiza. It's not any of these random males that seem to be popping up at the moment. It's just a completely new male that we don't know at all. So it's really kind of quite strange. And the fact that she just stood her ground and kind of went straight to him, maybe she was just so hyped up and so much adrenaline was pumping that she just didn't really kind of pay attention and was just happy to sort of dominate and try and kind of face anybody, but she kind of just ran straight towards him. Now, judging by those pictures, he looks like a very young male. He's got this bright pink nose and his ears are pretty sort of perfect. There's no tattiness in his ears. He's got one little scrape on his nose, which could have been obviously from her. and it could have been a situation where maybe one of the girls caught up with him. I don't know. So it's just kind of interesting either way. Now, I don't see any sign of anything. The impalas have gone quiet again, so maybe they just shouted at some sort of movement, or they're just a bit nervy from what's been going on during the course of the night. Anyway, while we kind of try and figure out what's happening here and see if we can find any more tracks for any of the other leopards, let's send you back across to Taylor McCurdy bumbling. Well, good luck, Steve. Hopefully the morning newspaper will be a good read and will be an easy one, and that you'll be able to find where they went. I, on the other hand, am having a battle to find any signs of where this other leopard, whoever it may be, like I said, I'm 90% sure it's Thandi, given that I left her right there, but others reckon that it was Shadow. I don't know. I mean, it would be a massive, massive surprise if it was Shadow, and given the proximity that Thandi was last night, I think it's Thandi, but like I say, some of the other guides reckon that it was Shadow. So anyway, we'll see how it goes, but I can't find any tracks for the other female leaving that area. I also can't find any tracks for this male at all, so I'm not sure whether or not they're still inside that block and they're still just sitting, taking it easy, or if they've decided to kind of move. I'm trying just to check Triple M now, just because Triple M is quite a wide road, and so it doesn't matter, even if there's a lot of movement of cars along this road, it still can sort of present tracks. Well, we know that there was 5 different leopards on Vuyatela alone, or Juma alone, last night. So Tingana, Hosana, Thandi&Xidulu, mystery male, and possibly, if it was Shadow, like I say, I don't think so. I mean, it's split of opinion amongst the guides. Some say Thandi, some say Shadow, so I'm pretty sure it's Thandi is who we're going for. Anyway, you never know, maybe it was Shadow. And I believe, no, Nikki, I don't know. No one's sent me a photo yet, but they all said that they will. I just spoke to Rex. He's asked him if he can get a photo from his guest, because Rex was in that sighting. Rex is of the opinion that it's Shadow, but Tax is of the opinion that it's Thandi. So, like I say, we've got a split opinion, and yours says he didn't get to see them very well at all. So yours is one of the kind of landowners, and he says he didn't get to see the one female well at all. He just saw that there was blood coming from her side and her ears. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I didn't see any blood in the tracks of Thandi, so if she maybe licked it all up and groomed herself, you wouldn't see it unless it was really bad. But it seems as though we'll have to just find Thandi to see if she's got some cuts on her. We'll know.
It's a little bit way off. I saw it with my binoculars, 100% leopard. Just by this tree here on the other side. Hold on, it could get a bit bumpy. Who could that be? Hold on, Fergie. Very excited. My heart is racing. I was just here moments ago from the other side. Apologize for my eye contact, folks. I don't want to obviously get too stuck. So, who was that leopard? Is it going to sit still? I just in my heart get the feeling it was Hukumuri, but I don't know. Just kind of had that look about him. Hold on, Ferg. This is very exciting, very exciting. Thorns in my shoe. Now, I saw it just here, close to this termite mound, behind this bush. Yes. I am super excited about that, ladies and gentlemen. From the back, it looks like a female. I must have seen it from about 200 meters away, so I'm not sure who it is. Let's see if we can get another position. It's quite relaxed. Does look like a female to me now. So folks, I'm going to get you in a position now to She's hiding in the bushes. Is she hiding? Why is she hiding? This is bizarre. She's inside this bush, folks. She's inside. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's trying to ferret out a little scrub hare or something. She didn't seem to be bothered by us, though. So we're going to have to play the patience game. It's definitely inside this bush. Hey, Ferg? Can you see her? Here we go. Look at that. We have got a leopard. We have no idea who it is. And I don't know if it's hiding from us. Normally, if a leopard was not happy with our presence, it would have run away. This is very different behavior. No, there's no ID yet, folks, but you can see definitely spots. I think it's ferreting around in there for a scrub hare or a mongoose, maybe a francolin. Who knows? But I mean, by the way we approached, it didn't run away. It wasn't too bothered by our approach at all. Which makes me realize or reckon it's not a skittish leopard. Camera shy, perhaps. Fantastic. Ferg, we've seen a leopard, but it's really... She's not wanting to let us see her face. Is that her head? Is that her back? That is the head, eh? That is the head and the ears. And she's looking at us. There we go. Ooh, who is that? That looks like the Xidulu female, ladies and gentlemen. I saw 5 spots on the left. Here she comes. Hello, beautiful. And 5 spots on the right. Well, no, that is a male. That is a young male. Who is this? I have no idea. Definitely got genitals at the back. Male leopard. Gonna see if we can get around and reposition. It's a young male leopard. It's not very big. Hey, Ferg, your thoughts? I thought a female by the size, but definitely got genitals. And it's got a spot pattern of dots with a dot on top, which is what I've been told the Xidulu sort of lineage has got. That one spot on the top. Let's just stop right here as this individual sort of ferrets around in the undergrowth there. Anybody, can you help us identify this young male? So it's 3 and a 1 on top on the right hand side, and the left hand side I didn't see the spots, but definitely had 1 on top. Absolutely marvelous. Let's get back around there. Okay, so Nix is telling me that if it's got a pink nose, then it's the same leopard that was seen last night in the interaction with those females. Let me stop here. Let's see if we can get his nose. Not a big cat. Young male leopard. How fantastic. Well, I need to get around. We've got a few obstacles in our way here. So, hold on. Ferg, if this is a new leopard, how marvelous is that? Okay, I'll take that any day. Okay, let's go back to Tristan while we try and get another position to see this guy. We do have a better view. Well, we're trying to anyway. It's moving quite deliberately, and it is getting very thick here. I'm trying to communicate with the game drive, Nix, but I'm getting complete static in my ear, so I'm not managing to communicate with anyone about this sighting. And if I am, I'm not hearing what they are saying back. So Sorry, folks. Sure, Nix, if you could just tell Tristan that it's heading towards Philemon Cutline around Shabamu Junction area. We're in the block heading south towards Philemon's Cutline. And the vegetation here is enormous. So hopefully we can get around him here. Ferg, you keeping your eyes open there, bud? Lara, this could be the mystery male leopard. Nick said that it had a pink nose. I have never seen this animal before. And the mystery leopard from last night did have a pink nose. This one we have seen has a pink nose, but we haven't managed to get a proper look of him from the front with the camera. So, he's here somewhere. Thanks, Fergie. He's moving towards that termite mound. They do love the termite mounds, these leopards, don't they? There we go. Can you get him? He's moving deliberately. Let's try and get in front of him. I am really trying, folks. I do apologize for the bumpiness, but Ferg and I are extremely excited. We have managed to find a leopard this morning. We are super excited. We were on the hunt of lions, who I think are still inside this block. I moved in, I had a look, I went as far as I felt safe, and there were some leopard tracks coming in from the other side that I thought were actually females, which is obviously goes to show how similar a young male and female tracks can be. How's there, Ferg? There we go. Isn't he beautiful? Give us a look, my friend. Welcome to Safari Live. Whoever you are. He's smaller than Hosanna, in my opinion. He's not a big cat. Not a big cat at all. But my ability to age leopards by looking at their size is quite limited. So please, those of you out there taking your screenshots, send them through. #Safari Live. Tag me in it, please. Tag Tristan. It'd be wonderful to be able to see this guy. Tristan did get a look at him last night. The landowner, he got a photo and managed to show, if it's the same guy, and he managed to show Tristan that this morning or last night, and Tristan said he's never seen him before. Don't want to disturb him. We can't move left here. We got to get around him somehow. I can see Tristan just off to my left here. Tristan's just south of me right now, Nix. So if he wants to stand by there, he might be able to get this male coming out. Fantastic. Okay, let's see if we can get around him now. Tristan is heading directly towards the road. I've had your visual now. You're just south of me. So very exciting. Everyone is very keen, obviously, to see a leopard today. And it seems that the team, meaning Ferg and Steve, have found a leopard, even though we've been tracking lions. So he's now lying down just here in the grass, and hopefully Ferg can get him there. He's busy licking himself or rubbing himself in some dung. We're going to try get some better visuals, but I think, okay, we're going to stay. Let's have a look at this beautiful young male. How beautiful is he? There he goes. Okay, fantastic. Let's get around him again. He seems to be going in the direction we want him to.
Wait, but it's an interesting thing to have another male leopard. I had a look at the photo already, and it is definitely the same leopard from last night. So where he comes from, who he is, I have no idea. But given his semi-relaxed nature with a vehicle, he's obviously come from a place where they know cars. Anyway, let's rather send you across to Steve than looking at my boring face. Let's have a look at that beautiful leopard.
Boring, I don't think so, Tristan. But yeah, this leopard, apparently we've got the same face to a lot of you viewers out there. But this young male is sort of moving up and down. He doesn't have any sort of deliberate direction, it seems. We're not far from the road. I can see Tristan just parked over there. And he is quite relaxed, this leopard. And to me, he's a small male. That's why I initially thought female. But from a distance, the face just reminded me somewhat of Hukumuri, those eyes, you know, something about it. But that was from 200 meters away. So, yeah, definitely more exciting than our faces, that's for sure. I can't see any injuries, Reptilian Research. He's got a couple scratches on the nose. They don't look that fresh, though. And nothing obviously on the body itself. Here he is again. He's doesn't want Tristan to see him yet, it seems. I see Tristan's just waiting there on the road. And this male is now walking parallel with the road. So I'm going to try to get in front of him so that you can get a good look at his nose. He's getting a few open patches here, which is wonderful. Let's see if we can do that. It's opening up a little bit for us here. Nice game path. And he's going to lie down again, just as we get in front of him. Ferg, how's that, bud? That'll do. Okay, he's now licking himself, lying down in the grass, trying not to reveal too much of himself. Probably the first time on camera, as I said before, when he first hid in that little bush. But he's very relaxed. Very, very relaxed. Maybe he hasn't been followed like this before, or he doesn't seem to be too bothered by us, though. I mean, he's lying down now, having a bit of a lick. But also the way he seems to be moving is he's in search of maybe flashing a Franklin or flashing some form of scrub hair or something like that. Yeah, that's fine, Nix. I think Tris can move off if need be. Thanks very much for your help. There we go. Come on, pretty man. There we go. Did you all see the pink nose? Beautiful. On the one side, on his right side, he's got 3 spots with 1 dot on top. And on the left side, I'm not sure how many spots, but there is a dot on top, very similar to what Xidulu female has, which is what made me think initially, but she's got 5 on the right with a dot. Yes, definitely relaxed, enjoying a little bit of lick. But can you imagine trying to find this, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know it was there? Impossible, really. Cobalt, could the drought or the driving, moving the situation of the leopards, what was that, Nix? Okay, Cobalt wants to know if the drought can influence movement of leopards. It would, probably. We are not in a drought at the moment. We're having actually quite a good season. The grass is looking very, very good. But what drought forces on animals is that the localization of your herbivorous animals, they spend more time close to water, and they have to range further and further away to get adequate feeding. But they will often be near water for obviously the purposes of drinking. When there's lots of vegetation around, when there's lots of water, the animals are far more spread out. But also what happens in drought is that the herbivore animals are more weak and they're easier to catch than when they are strong in the non-drought area. So leopards and lions do much better, and hyena do much better in the drought than they do in times of abundance. That might sound a little bit contrary, but essentially that is what happens. Lions and leopards and hyenas will pick off the weak and the infirm, which often happens in the drought. And in these conditions, animals are going to be fit and harder to catch. Come on, show us your face, my boy. David. Here we go. The spot pattern is a 3, almost a 4 with a 1 on top. Okay, that's marvelous. There we go. There you get a good look at him now. And now he's going straight back to the road. Fantastic. I believe there are other vehicles that are coming on their way to see him. So let us reposition again. Reversing in low range, folks, is a very slow and dubious process, so bear with me. But we have the patience of a leopard this morning. Ferg, I'm super chuffed that we managed to find a brand new leopard. Hey, I saw something flittering in the distance, and I've been looking for those lions for so long that I thought it might have been a lion movement, and I focused my eyes and my binoculars on the scene, and he's now decided to lie down in the long grass there. He's just in the shadow there, but we're going to wait right here so that he can come and show himself to us. Maybe he's going to stay right there. We'll give him a moment. Can you see him, Ferg?
I can see him.
Get on the other side of this termite mound there, Ferg. He's walking directly towards the road now, which gives us a little bit more of a vantage point, a little bit more open. And he's either going to come around or he's going to go up. Or he's going to change direction and go around the other side. Yeah, so as relaxed as he seems, he's not 100% comfortable with vehicles, but we are not giving him anything to worry about, and we're giving him space. Just going to wait over here again and see what he decides to do. There he is. Going to see him cross the road now. So I'm going to give him nothing to worry about. Oh, he's standing on a log. Standing on the log. Okay, there he's going. There he's going. Okay, he's in the road. We just give an update on the radio. Stations, this young male leopard is now mobile on Philemon's cut line in a westerly direction. Okay, copy. Yeah, he's not 100% relaxed. He's quite chilled, but not 100% relaxed to the vehicle, so you need to give him some space. How beautiful is that? I'm going to come back afterwards and have a look at the track. There we go. That's the first time he's heard a clutch drop. Sorry, boy. Did you see how he reacted to the clutch drop? And he had a look. No negative behavior afterwards, and then he carries on as normal. So habituation means that they get used to all the funny noises that the vehicle makes, the funny noises the guest might make with their cameras or with their laughing. Some people have some very strange laughs. So that's all part of the habituation process. The noise of a radio, we have earpieces so they don't hear that, but the loud crackle or squawk of a radio can often be something that... We just got another vehicle joining us here. Fantastic. James Richard has found a picture of a young male leopard from Ngala. He's going to find out if it's possibly the same cat. We've got a Texan who's now come to join the sighting. We Everyone's been working hard this morning to try and find leopards. Ferg and myself have done the work. Okay, so now at least we've got Tex to help follow him now. He's walking directly south. We're going to give him some space. Do a bit of leapfrogging with Tex now. I'll use the same pathway he does. Makes it a little bit easier for the vehicle as well to get through. Let his guests get a view of this young man. And I'm not sure, I think Rex or Tex, one of them were out last night, one of the Voyatela Gilago guides, and they actually saw that interaction with the two females and the young male. So we might be able to get confirmation from them. It makes perfect sense that it would be that same leopard who's moved in, and I had his tracks coming south from that position. So okay, well, we're going to do our best to get another look at him, but it is very thick going in here. Just following Tex, as I said, makes it a little bit easier.